Hey guys, welcome back once again. Um, that's just what I'm always gonna say. I've got to just face facts. Um, a lot of people seem to be struggling still. Little pandemic left a mark, And I was on someone else's podcast and asked this question. It's hypothetical, obviously, but basically, if you could go back in time and stop the pandemic, coronavirus, from coming like it did, but you know, in within 5 years, something worse is going to come, would you do that? So, would you take the opportunity to stop the coronavirus from coming, knowing there's something else going to be worse, or let that happen and the something worse won't come? And I wouldn't change anything. I would not use a magical capability of stopping COVID from coming through. And you guys know I've been directly affected, but I still wouldn't, change the thing. And, a lot of my friends are in these tough areas. And the thing is, there is good in every situation. You have to find it. I woke up this morning with the attitude or the mindset of who can I help today? And I would just send a message out, text out to people like, are you good? Can I do anything for you? If I can, let me know. And I think just by being available for others is what helps us. I said this the other day, but me and there's millions of people in this position, but if I can figure out how to keep my lights on, pay my bills and thrive, I just like to say if I can figure out how to keep my lights on, then I can take that information and help thousands of other people. So that is what I try to do is figure out, through my journey, little tips and tricks and lessons I've learned and just relay them to you. But you got to know what you want, or else you're just wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. And if I could give you a magic wish, one wish to either fix your problems or get what you actually want in this world, what would it be? A lot of people can answer that. A lot of people cannot answer what it would take to make them happy. I know for me, it would be being able to reach more people on an easier way with a little bit better system so that they can just take this and thrive. Um, and I'm partnering with a group that will help me do that in a lot of ways. Um, and it's funny, I'm starting the coaching, level up coaching, which is going to be business coaching, personal training, life coaching, endurance training. The endurance side of it is really about to really kick off. Years ago, I was told by um, Ahmed Aplaychai that by me having Trident Sports and doing training is good because it'll help them. And I was like, how in the world is that going to benefit him? What I do here, and it just got me mad when I heard that. I don't get him mad anymore because now about anything, but I understand what he's saying because people that used to be with me coaching started coaching on their own. And initially I was troubled by it. And then I realized by them doing that, they're not me and their program's not as good. People either went with them out of spite or this other new thing starting, but people would be over there and then just come right back. So or not come back, just come in general. I have had people leave and come back, and that wasn't a big deal. But I'm in the position now where I don't want any of those people that were gone. I don't want them to come back. They can go with another coach I have, and I'm lining up a lot more coaches. They can go with someone else, or they can, just figure it out. I'd be glad to refer them somewhere. But um, competition is good, and I think it's good. But you also have to earn your, stand. If you're stressed at work or overworked, what would be the fix to make that go away? Sometimes it's just accepting that that's okay to be in that position. I tend to go pretty hard and I get really tired, but then I realize I just feel better when I'm at that level. I slept about 8 hours this morning and I don't do that often. 6 hours is really what I enjoy. Um, and my body just needed a little bit of rest, more rest. It probably wasn't 8 hours. And I laid there a while. I had nothing going on, no alarm set. I like it that way. But I'm also going to get up tomorrow like 2:30 or 3 to start my long workout at 5. And I really like those days better. I can then have my afternoon kind of free to get to go to the store, do things for the week, but it's also I just get an opportunity to take a nap. But I just like that getting up before the rest of the world and getting a lot of things done. Um, I've got Ironman coming up, and I'm at my most busiest point right now in my life. I'm about 4 weeks away. Um, I'm not nervous. I have a lot of things to process in my mind as far as what I need to do, but it's just very interesting how when you're busy, you become busier. I've gotten so many clients right now that it's crazy at the Y. I'm almost maxed out. My personal workouts kind of will suffer, they get in the way, but then I'm like, well, isn't that what a normal person has? The 9 to 5 job or whatever, and they still work out in the morning, still work out in the evening. Like that's just kind of normal. So, I can outsuffer anybody, I believe it. Um, yeah, it's just one of those things. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What do you really want to do? And if you're in a position, I've said this, I probably said it here. Like so many of us were raised that when you started a sport or started something, your parents like, you got to finish, follow it through and all that crap. And then as adults, I think we get stuck in that dead end job and we don't quit because we need the security or we're trained not to quit. Same with relationships. And I think it's better if you're not happy, just quit, just stop. There's plenty of jobs in the world. You don't like what you're doing, just stop it. We just saw someone at the Y membership director, and she was just like, this isn't for me. And she put in her notice, a lot of people there had a gut feeling that this was coming down. And it's almost like you have to have respect for somebody like that, that just like, nope, this isn't me. I'm out. And yeah, she just wasn't a good fit. But I just respect the fact that she's able to just cut those ties and go. Um, but it's like, what do you really want? Um, you gotta find happiness in every situation. I've been talking to so many people who were let go recently, and I mean, I think anybody who loses a job or resigns from a position, that's one of those temporal landmarks that you now get to start everything a whole nother direction, um, whole new fresh start, and some of those people I would gladly start a company with them or get something going with them. I mean, I know like I have time, right? But they're just those type of leaders or people that could thrive if they know what they want to do. Um, so anyway, uh, another thing too is like a lot of times I've had to really realize when I want to go do something, what is the purpose? Is it to get attention on me, like to show that, hey, I'm interested, or hey, I know what I'm talking about, or it should be if I'm going to talk to someone, not flex on my abilities, but more be interested in them. You know, like, how can I help you? Are you okay? You good? Do you need any help with anything? You know, that kind of thing. And I think that's super important. You know, when you have that urge to go and do something or talk to someone, well, why are you doing it? And I think that goes across the board. You know, like, trying to be interested instead of interesting will get you way further in life. And I've struggled with that for so many years, but now I'm at that point where I almost have to remember and go back to that. um People love talking about themselves, so if you get people talking about themselves, then they're good. You know, a lot of times people ask me, like, at reunions and stuff, they'll ask me what I'm up to or what I'm doing, and I will most of the time tell people I'm not working, I won the lottery. And then everybody laughs, oh, ha ha ha. And a lot of times they don't ask again what I'm doing. So that tells me they really didn't care to begin with. And if they really care, they come back around like, no, really, what are you doing these days? And then I'm like, oh, now they really want to know. We're engaged and we can have this. I can go forward with it because it's kind of hard to explain what I do or how I make a living. Anyway, I've just rambled on this thing. Jeez. But you have to just kind of know where you are, know what you want, and then figure out how to get there, you know? And I think that's important. And that'll lead to your passion, your happiness. I'm in this really sweet spot in my life where I just love everything I do. Yeah, I get tired, but I also I don't need a break. And I got this from David Goggins. Like, I just need moments of rest. You know, like this morning was perfect. Had a few hours to just be quiet and not have anything going on. I love that. This afternoon is the same way. It's just perfect. And so I just need moments of rest. So tomorrow after my early day, my bike ride, I can have the afternoon to just rest and catch up. That was a big yawn right there. All right, guys. I don't even know if this made sense, to be honest with you. We'll see. We'll see when people approach me. All right, y'all. Till next time. Bye.